and my mental and physical health was struggling because of it. Hi. I'm so nervous to talk about this. So if you didn't read the title, I quit uni. I no longer attend university, and I haven't done for about the last month. A lot went into making my decision. To quit uni. And like, it's nothing against like the uni or anything, it's just me. I'm just not coping. I'm smiling because I smile throughout all bad things. I smile through the pain. And I feel like I'm about to have a panic attack, but I'm not, because I'm at home. And even though I've had most of my panic attacks at home, I don't know. I got my little babe here in case worse comes to terms and I need some love. I'm so uncomfortable. I feel like I just want to wear a big hoodie and hide. But I'm trying my best to not do that and look cute. Okay, so yeah, I quit uni. Only like my closest friends and like my family and obviously the uni know what's going on, and I thought instead of kind of hiding from it and being embarrassed, which I have been, I would make a video just kind of addressing it, because I know there's a lot of people in my life who I've like spoken to recently and they'd be like, oh, how's uni? And me and my mum kind of look at each other and we're like, it's a thing. So I thought, instead of having to explain myself over and over again, I would just make one video, and then if anybody is like, hey, how's that dance degree? I'm like, dunno. I don't fucking know. So yeah. For me, like, I've always really struggled with education, in the sense of like, everything bad that's ever happened to me has happened while I've been in an educational setting. Like especially the last 10 years. I'm gonna make a video separately talking about like my mental health and like my eating disorders and that kind of stuff, because that plays a huge role into what I'm about to explain. And like, it's a big scary thing for me to talk about, but I feel like if there's any slither of hope that I can help somebody, that makes it so worth it for me. But so the main reason I quit uni is because I wasn't happy. I've spent so much of my life doing things I don't want to do because I have to, and I've spent so much time being unhappy that now I'm at a point in my life where I can decide if I want to continue with education or if I want to stop. Like, I'm in that position where I can make that decision. And it's not me being weak and saying like, oh, I don't want to do it anymore. It's me saying I can't. If I continue to do the dance course for 2 more years, I don't know what would happen. Like, I have only been doing this not even a year. I think I'm 6-7 months into my course. And I'm just not happy. Like, yeah. When I say not happy, I mean I'm severely not happy, to the point where, so I made my formal decision to stop going to uni the week returning from last half term, which was like a month ago, because during half term I had a big panic. I say I've had like this level of panic maybe 2 or 3 times in my life, and And basically I just got so low to the point I wanted to kill myself, which, surprise, I have suicidal ideation, I can't talk, and suicidal thoughts, and I've been in therapy for it. I've been to counselling, I've been to group counselling. Like, it's just something I really struggle with a lot, and like self-harm. I haven't self-harmed in the sense of like actually going out of your way to harm yourself, like cutting. I haven't done that in 5 years. But that's all for a separate video. But I was to the point where I was so sad that I just wanted to, you know. I was thinking like, I don't want to do this anymore. I'm so fucking sad. Like, I tried going to uni 2 days in a row and I just woke up crying because I was like, I just can't do this. And like the idea of having to stand in front of people and perform was just giving me so much anxiety. I didn't even want to be in the room with people. I didn't want to be dancing in front of these people. And the people in my course are amazing, like extraordinary, beautiful, stunning dancers, but I just felt like I didn't belong there. I felt like I didn't fit in. I felt like I had no friends because all these people around me are so talented and so passionate. And we were dancing one day and like we were doing feedback sessions, and one of my friends said, "You look like you don't want to be here. Like, it just seems like you're going through the motions." And that really clicked with me because I was like, that's true. I don't want to be here. Like, I don't know why. If dance is meant to be my passion, then why am I feeling like this? I'm poured so much of my life into being a dancer, into looking like a dancer, into training like a dancer, into changing myself to be a dancer. I think I separated that away from myself, and the last kind of year where we've been in lockdown, I've been focusing on myself a lot more, and the way I think about myself and the way I present myself, and like my interests, and just basically becoming the person I've always wanted to be. I've kind of realised that I separate myself, you know? I have lots of notes, by the way, so if you see me looking down, like, this is my notebook for YouTube and just mental health stuff. But yeah. And another thing that happened was, before I went on half term, I had a glandular fever flare up, which, if you know, I had glandular fever about 4 years ago. I think it's 4 years ago. And that occurred at the most stressful time in my life. Again, I'll talk about it more in like my big mental health video, which will be very fucking long, and I'm not going to edit that shit, so look forward to me rambling. That occurred at the most stressful, most awful time in my life, and I got it again, and I had to take basically a whole month off of dance, and I was put on bed rest purely because my body just ran out of energy and I was suffering because of it. And like, my throat now still isn't great, like it's not swollen anymore, but like I have to drink so much more, and I have to be really careful with my voice because it can just go like that, because like I'm still not 100% with it. And like with glandular fever, your energy just goes whoop, like you have none. It is a level of exhaustion I don't think anyone could experience. It's like constant jet lag, where mentally you're like, oh hey, I'm gonna go make a fruit salad, and then your body's like, yeah, okay, actually no, you know that energy you had? No, I don't know that energy. It's not me. But yeah. And yeah, and going through that, I obviously, like I said, I was on bed rest, and I kind of realised, I was like, hey, like, this isn't good. My body is freaking the fuck out. Like, this time last year, when obviously we were in lockdown and I had a lot of time to myself, I realised I was at my happiest point just doing whatever I wanted, and like being creative and working from home and focusing on things like smaller to me, as opposed to being in a formal education setting where like I've got to write essays about the history of dance, which I love obviously like international dance and things like popping and vogue and freestyle and street are my absolute like babies. I love them to death. They are my favorite like genres, I suppose. But the idea of having to write essays about them is not it, sis. I love knowing things about these styles and like where they originated from and the culture, and like basically any bit of information I can get about different styles, I will fully indulge in it. But the idea of having to write that out, I know it's going to be the same for anyone on a degree, but for me it just really took away from it, and I felt like I just didn't want to do that. I'm trying to think what else. The other thing is I went to college at the same place I'm studying at university. So my university is Dance for Commercial Performance at Western College, but it's in partnership with Bath Spa. So like Bath Spa owns the course, but like the training ground is UCW. And if you didn't know, my dad passed away from cancer 4 years ago. 4 years ago almost. And not even 6 weeks after he passed away, I started college. I don't know why the fuck I did that. I don't know why I did that. But being back there and walking through the corridors, it made me really uncomfortable because they just reminded me of when I was at my absolute lowest, when I was grieving for my dad, and me and my mum were kind of discovering things about my dad, and like we were going through so much turmoil with that, and like my mental health wasn't great around that time anyway, and I was recovering from my eating issues and gaining weight, and like there was just a lot going on, and just being there and like walking into rooms where I know I had like a panic attack or I ran out crying because I heard a Christmas song, and it was the first time I'd heard a Christmas song since my dad died, and I hadn't considered Christmas without him at that point. Like, it's just very small things that relate back to that, and it's annoying because I know that I'm doing it, but there's no way to stop it. Like, it is just a trauma place for me, and just being that just makes me kind of feel like I'm still that person who is sad and wants to cry and hide all the time, you know? And I'm not like that anymore. I am a fucking rock star. I am cool as fuck. Like like I've changed so much, and I'm so proud of myself, and like the way I look, the way I present myself, the way I feel about myself, the things I do. Oh no, I'm gonna cry. I'm so disgustingly proud of myself. Like, I never thought I would be here. I never thought I would be at like the point I am with my confidence and self-love journey, and I don't ever want to be in that headspace again like I was when I was at college. And yeah, so I feel like I've kind of addressed the main things, but it's worth mentioning, in true me form, I made a TikTok being like, hey, I'm not returning to uni, because fuck it, I at that point was like, I don't care. And in hindsight, I probably should have messaged someone and been like, hey, so this is what's going on. Like, I think one person on my course knew what was going on, and she is like my best friend on the course. I just felt like no one liked me, and I'm aware that people did like me, but because I didn't like myself, I feel like I was projecting that onto the way I thought other people perceived me. And just being around so many amazing people and knowing I wasn't at their level was just difficult. Like, the day I went back, because I kind of had all these thoughts and decided I wasn't going back, but then I thought, no, I'm gonna give it a go. And I went back for one day where I had two lessons, and in one of them we were doing ballet and I was just going through the motions and thinking, why the fuck am I doing this? Like, I don't want to be here. I don't want to do this. Who am I doing this for? And that really was the final straw for me. That was like, shit, I have no passion to be here. If dance is my passion, why the fuck do I feel like this? I don't want to do this. I still love dance and I still love performing and I still love learning new styles and skills, but not here. And it's scary because for me, I have wanted to become a professional dancer easily for like a decade, and I've been training so fucking hard for it. And now I feel like I have to break up with the idea of that happening. That doesn't mean that I won't still dance, it just means I won't be doing it full time, 26 hours a week, because that was too much for me. That broke me. And there's nothing wrong with admitting that. Like, the majority of the lecturers or like people in dance I've spoken to specifically have said like, no, the amount you do in a week is more than I ever did like when I was training professionally. It's more than I do like in a work week, because I have spoken to a lot of people about this, and like people who have done other university courses and have done dance on the side have like told me like, yeah, this was the best decision for me. I did consider training professionally at like a conservatoire or in a university setting, but it wouldn't be sustainable. And the people I've spoken to in this sense have gone on to be very successful in their dance careers. I'm talking like really, really high up jobs I would desire, like teachers, like I mentioned, lecturers, not in the sense of like a university lecturer, and just in the sense of like dance lecturers. And yeah, like, I love dance, don't get me wrong, dance is my absolute passion, but I need to prioritise me. You only have one life, and if you don't want to do something, you don't have to. That's something I need to teach myself and preach. Whew, feels, I just took a big old deep breath, but basically, TLDR, too long, didn't read. I'm no longer at university for dance because I'm a depressed little bitch. No. My main takeaway is I left dance because I lost my passion for it and my mental and physical health was struggling because of it. That's the... Oh, I can't talk now. That's the long short of it. And also, dude, I do a lot. I ran a small business on the side and that was suffering. I do YouTube. I apparently do TikTok now. Like, they're all such tiny things, but they're all things that I love doing. And dance, even though I do love you, dance, you are taking up far too much of my time. I have a boyfriend, I have friends, and all these things should be considered positives, but for me, they were overwhelming me to the point where everything was negative and everything that I used to love was considered bad. So I'm taking time out to focus on me and reprioritize myself because I fucking deserve it. I've gone through so much in my life and I deserve to be happy, you know? I've spent so much of my life being sad that now I have the opportunity to decide if I want to carry on being sad or being happy. I can make that formal decision myself. So I'm making a big grown-up decision and I'm saying I choose to be happy. So yeah, I quit university and yeah. Thank you to everyone I've met, by the way. I've met so many beautiful, amazing people through college and uni. Oh my god. My life would not be the same if I did not go to uni. I have met so many people. I have anime bitches who I talk to like weekly about different animes to watch. Since I quit uni, I've been watching so much shit. I watched... I'm not even going to go into it, but like my favourite anime that I've just finished is Jujutsu Kaisen. That shit, bussin'. I like that. Who else do I have? I just have like my gorgeous girls who I go out with every now and then. we get drunk, we have a real good time, and like just so much has changed because like I've met so many cool people and I've realised so much about myself that I want them all to go on to be happy and do what they want, and unfortunately that means I will not be part of that group with them anymore, and that's alright. I'm at peace with that. But yeah, so I quit uni and that's okay. However, I am reapplying to do something else, but I'm not gonna talk about that until I hear some stuff back, because I'm still waiting on like a few little clarifications. But yeah. Thank you so much for watching. I feel like I'm gonna go cry now because this is something I've been wanting to talk about for ages, but I've been too fucking scared to, because I feel like people are gonna judge me for the way I feel, which is stupid. Okay. I'm good. I'm Gucci. Alright, so see you next video. Bye. That's the... Oh, I can't talk now. That's the long short of it. And also, dude, I do a lot. I ran a small business on the side and that was suffering. I do YouTube. I apparently do TikTok now. Like, they're all such tiny things, but they're all things that I love doing. And dance, even though I do love you, dance, you were taking up far too much of my time. I have a boyfriend, I have friends, and all these things should be considered positives, but for me they were overwhelming me to the point where everything was negative and everything that I used to love was considered bad. So I'm taking time out to focus on me and reprioritize myself, because I fucking deserve it. I've gone through so much in my life and I deserve to be happy, you know? I've spent so much of my life being sad that now I have the opportunity to decide if I want to carry on being sad or being happy. I can make that formal decision myself. So I'm making a big grown-up decision and I'm saying I choose to be happy. So yeah, I quit university, and yeah, thank you to everyone I've met, by the way. I've met so many beautiful, amazing people through college and uni. Oh my god, my life would not be the same if I did not go to uni. I have met so many people. I have anime bitches who I talk to like weekly about different animes to watch. Since I quit uni, I've been watching so much shit. I watched, I'm not even gonna go into it, but like my favorite anime that I've just finished is Jujutsu Kaisen. That shit, bussin'. I like that. Who else do I have? I just have like my gorgeous girls who I go out with every now and then. We get drunk, we have a real good time, and like just so much has changed because like I've met so many cool people and I've realised so much about myself that I want them all to go on to be happy and do what they want, and unfortunately that means I will not be part of that group with them anymore, and that's alright. I'm at peace with that. But yeah, so I quit uni and that's okay. However, I am reapplying to do something else, but I'm not gonna talk about that until I hear some stuff back, because I'm still waiting on like a few little clarifications. But yeah. Thank you so much for watching. I feel like I'm gonna go cry now because this is something I've been wanting to talk about for ages, but I've been too fucking scared to, because I feel like people are gonna judge me for the way I feel, which is stupid. Okay. I'm good. I'm Gucci. Alright, so see you next video. Bye.